Today we're going to take a look at the new End of Days 1999 4K from Shout Factory. In this review, I'm going to compare End of Days new 4K to the new Blu-ray that comes with the package. Unfortunately, I do not own the 2008 Blu-ray to compare, but I do have the DVD from the film, so I will be using it as a reference. So which version of End of Days would you like to add to your collection? We're breaking it all down and then answering the question, should you upgrade? All right, guys, so let's get right into video quality. Now here, I'm gonna use the DVDs as references while I'm putting up screenshots for you guys. So you guys can see the differences of the DVD to this new Blu-ray and new 4K. So with that said, the new Blu-ray from 2025, I gotta say the pros here are great. You have the skin tones here. They look great, but a little bit slightly saturated, a little bit, like a hair. You can see a little bit of the reds, a little bit popping out. But other than that, it looks great across the board. The environment looks great. It looks like they punched out, like meaning that they made it a little bit brighter in a lot of the environment scenes and clothings of the characters. The dark scenes look phenomenal here. Explosions look great, more brighter than the 4K. We'll tackle that in a few seconds, but it looks really good. Now, when it comes to the 4K, because it's kind of the same transfer across the board here, it's just one, I cannot say slightly brighter than the other, because even with this Dolby Vision, which is weird to say, you don't have that shade that goes across, which I'm so happy to say. You don't have that shade, so you get to see the difference between the Blu-ray and the 4K here. A little bit brighter, but at the end of the day, it's identical across the board here. Now, when you see the DVD reference on top of these things, you're gonna be like, holy crap, they did some changes here, okay? They did color changes, which I prefer the DVD color changes to the new 4K and Blu-ray. I don't like the new scans color grades because I kind of like the DVD has that grittier look. It looks more cold. There's certain scenes that I kind of just like that 7 look, and the original End of Days DVD gave you that look, while the newer ones presented to you as a modern crime thriller, supernatural thriller type film. I don't like that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I really don't like that they changed the color palettes of the film. Some scenes they needed, which I'm okay with, but if you look, again, you look at the DVD, super dark, which I totally understand for a DVD, and I don't know if the Blu-ray from 2008 has the same color palettes as the DVD, but I'm assuming it does, and if it does, I'm kind of intrigued to see now that Blu-ray versus this new version of the film. So with that said, I'm gonna compare the 4K to the new Blu-ray, and I'm gonna add the DVD just as a bonus so you guys can see the different color grades I was telling you about. So with that said, enjoy. All right, guys, so there you have it. That is End of Days on 4K and the brand new 2025 Blu-ray. Leave a comment down below and let me know which one you think looks best. But let's get right into audio quality. All right, guys, when it comes to audio quality, it's kind of a letdown. Look, first things first, across the board here from DVD to 4K and a brand new Blu-ray, it's rocking DTS HD Mastered Audio 5.1. That's not the problem. The problem is that it is low. I have a Sonos surround sound, and normally I watch my movies at 50 and it's super loud. If it's Dolby Atmos, it's really loud, like the Jurassic Parks that I just reviewed. It is super loud, and I had to lower that thing. This movie, I had to bump it to an 80. So that tells you this movie is kind of low for me. I wish they remixed it, gave you a newer mix of the movie, which they did not. They opted not to do that, which I don't know why. There's certain movies that don't need the Dolby Atmos, but then they gave it to it anyway. I feel like this movie needs it with the demons screaming and all the fires, explosions, gun firing, helicopter scenes. So I felt like this movie needed that, but again, or just give us a brand new mix of the DTS Mastered Audio 5.1. They didn't do that. So for me, it was kind of a letdown. But other than that, you hear the explosions, you hear the dialogue, you hear gunfire. Everything sounded good once you put it to a level that you're comfortable with. But with that said, let's get right into menus and special features. All right, guys, so let's get right to the menus and special features. When it comes to menus and special features, the Blu-ray from 2025 comes with 10 special features. I think 4 or 5 comes with brand new featurettes. Everything else is the same that came in the original 08 Blu-ray. And of course, the 4K comes with absolutely nothing, so you have to put on the Blu-ray to watch those special features. Again, I don't know if you're into that stuff, but if you are, you got plenty of special features on the Blu-ray. But let's get right into the final verdict. All right, guys, when it comes to the final verdict, should you upgrade? Look, this movie I enjoyed a lot, but when it comes to the 4K transfer, I was kind of a little disappointed. One, they color corrected a lot of the film. To some people might be minimal, to others might think it's major, but it really comes down to you. I think I like the original DVD, maybe 2008 Blu-ray look, than this new color scheme that they put out on the 4K and new 2025 Blu-ray. While the Blu-ray and 4K look more brighter than what the DVD gave you, and maybe the 2008 Blu-ray will give you, it does look more upgradable. It looks good. I personally believe it looked like a Blu-ray enhanced on 4K. I'm gonna be honest with you, with Dolby Vision. Now, the pluses to a lot of people might say is that you don't have that shade that goes across, which is yes. I kind of enjoy that myself, because sometimes it's kind of annoying when it looks darker than it should be in certain scenes, but this one looks actually pretty good. Skin tones on the 4K looks great. Blu-ray looks slightly saturated, but still looks perfect across the board here. And of course, like I said before, the audio is super low across all these films. So with that said, guys, there you have it. What do you think of End of Days on 4K? Which one would you like to add to your collection? Leave a comment down below, and remember to like, share, subscribe for all things Geeks and Flicks. Be awesome to each other, and keep collecting.